This is the Unbreakable Golfers podcast, where we're shining a light on your pain and weakness and how it is affecting your positions, your power, and your performance on the golf course. Unbreakable Golfers Daily Edition, and this is Unorganised Chaos. Now, one of the best things that I ever got taught to me was this idea of first things first. It's based on the old, for life, I can't remember what book it is, but one of those old books, whatever it is, 7 Habits, whatever it may be. But obviously it's been retaught and taught again. And you can even see it when they talk about, they put stones in a jar. If you don't put the big stones in the jar first, you can't fill the jar up. If you put the big stones in first, then you put the little stones in, you get all the stones in the jar. Point is, this idea of planning out and tackling a very specific target in a very specific order. Now, another one in one of those books as well was the idea that you would list out, if you've got 4 or 5 things to do, your mind starts working through the chaos of it. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You can't think straight. And if you just take a pen and a bit of paper and you write down all the things and you just number them, most important, least important, attack the most important one, not only will you get results, but your brain just instantly becomes clear. Now, this whole idea is based around planning and planners, as in whether it be software, whether it be a chart, whether it be just the notes on your phone. As soon as you start to categorize stuff, it stops the chaos that's going on in your mind about that subject. This is a lot of time when people suffer from overwhelm. Overwhelm is really just a lack of clarity. People are overwhelmed because they've got no idea what the action is that they are supposed to take next. So simple. Find out what action it is to take next and then do that. And then once you've done that, find out what action there is to take next. It's a very, very simple formula. However, when you're stressed, when you're tired, when you're angry, your mind will jump from one thing to another, and that's why taking it out and getting it out of your mind, whether it be, again, in notes or a pen and paper, makes a huge difference because it makes you slow down. It gives you the ability to slow down. So let's say, for instance, now, let's get this involved with the golf, the body and the mind. You are on a golf course and you are unsure what shot to hit. You've hit a couple of, just say, for instance, you're standing on a par 4 and you're debating whether it's a 3-wood with the distance and make sure you hit it right with your shape, or you're going to take a 5-iron and leave it short and be able to attack the golf course. If you've made 2 or 3 decisions like that and you haven't got a plan, it's likely you're going to base your decision on emotion and feeling. Most human beings, well, actually, I'm going to say fucking all human beings, I'd say 90% of decisions are made based on emotion, and we back it up with logic. So we might tell someone, I bought this, or I made this decision because of X, Y, Z, and list all of the logical reasons, but those logical reasons come after you made the emotional action, the emotional decision to do that action. So this idea of getting a pen and paper around and just writing out, getting notes on your phone, just writing out and just picking, right, what am I going to do, how am I going to do it, why am I going to do it? So you're on the golf course. Now you don't really want to get a pen and paper out. However, what if you had a plan in place prior to walking to the golf course that if you felt a certain way, if you felt you wasn't hitting your 3-wood right, that you would pick the 5-iron. If you felt that you was unsure about your 3-wood, you would just decide to go, no, I'm going to hit the 3-wood no matter what. That is a strategic plan that you've made before you go on the golf course. Now that's a simple golf version, but what about the mind and the body? Taking the action of just saying, right, I'm going to fix this part of my TPI screen, whatever it is, so that's torso rotation. I'm going to fix this by spending 5 minutes every day for the next 2 weeks. And that's your target. Your only target is to do that 5 minutes a day. You make a list, whether it be an app like what we use in Unbreakable Golfers or something else. You make a list where you tick the box. You write the days out, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you tick the box. Your mind will get used to making that tick, and it will be motivated to do it, to tick it, because of the law of consistency. Basically the way human beings work, act, and how they take action. So, and lastly, with the mind, your mind's cluttered, your mind's stressed, your mind's all over the place. Just taking the ability to slow down and get clear on the next action you can take, because really you can only do one thing. Getting clear on the next action you can take, and then taking that action can make all the difference. So, as always, a couple of questions for you. Number one, where are you leaving yourself in unorganised chaos because you are unwilling to slow down and find out what the next action is to take? Follow-up question. If you did slow down, what would be the one next action you would like to take to get the results you want? Good luck. For more information on golf performance, by increasing your power, by getting in better positions, by working on your body and mind, go to unbreakablegolfers.com and sign up to the free asset.